I'm Elaine Sims. I'm on the campus of St. Catherine's College on this February morning. I have with me today, we are in the Emily Hunley Library, Betty Brookfield, a familiar face to many of you. My goodness, how many times have I interviewed you?
Several.
Well, you've been here almost as long as I have. You're the professor of art, professor of art here at St. Catherine's. You and Teresa Tedder share the art department, the new art department. You have been here
almost 20 years.
Oh my, Betty.
Almost.
Oh my goodness. That's a trip down memory lane.
I've seen a lot of changes, a lot of growth.
Yes. You all have been in the new department now for 2 years?
It will be 2 years in August, I believe it was. We moved in the summer.
Okay, it's a delightful space and place.
Thank you.
And we have done an interview from there. You were given a distinction from the governor. When was that? I mean, we haven't talked to you about this before.
Oh well, this is was fabulous news. I was appointed to the Commission on Women, and Madeline Abramson came down to St. Catherine to pin me, and I had lunch here in the Mother House, and we had a lovely meeting, and I'm just so thrilled. So that takes me to Frankfurt at least once a month, and many events that we've gone all over the state. The most recent one was the Verizon Wireless campaign, where we were collecting old cell phones, and those went back to Verizon, and they refurbished them to give them to shelters for women. And also they gave us a $50,000 check. So that was a great gift from Verizon. And with that money, we've been able to fund several projects, but particular, this one that we're going to talk about today is the Michael Breeding film, and it's called Dreamers and Doers, The Voices of Kentucky Women. And it's going to feature, I think, about 68 women from our history that have played an important role with our state.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I really didn't know. I saw the title of this, but I didn't realize that's what it was.
Oh, it's so exciting.
And he got this commission from the Kentucky Commission on Women. Now, when you all meet once, okay, you just told us that you did that thing with Verizon with the cell phones, and I've got 4 I could give you.
Well, we're still collecting them.
Okay.
Our goal was, I think, 2,500, and I think we're now at almost 5,000. So we've exceeded that goal, so it may be a repeat performance.
Okay. What exactly does the Commission on Women do?
Many.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory in some ways.
Yes.
But let's talk about it.
Well, it is, and it is an opportunity for us to uplift and recognize our young girls and young women, and also recognize our women who have played a part in. We have a great leadership in Washington County of women who are in leadership roles in the city and in the county, and also at the college. So I think we're pretty much on task with that, but we really want to talk about our young people. That's our future, and so anything that we can do to sponsor or help nurture them and bring them forward is a part of the goal.
So when you go to those meetings, people you brainstorm, and is that what how everybody brings something to the table, but how do you do that?
Well,
how do you?
Madeline Abramson chairs the commission.
Okay.
Eleanor Jordan is the executive director. We work closely with the First Lady, Jane Brashear.
Okay.
Crit Llewellyn has also joined our committee. So I can't tell you how awesome it is to drive up to the Capitol and to feel welcome there and to have these amazing conversations with these women who have already made history. And so I'm just so thrilled to be a part of this. It's almost magical.
Is this a new commission? Is this something that's come under Governor Brashear, or has it been there for a while? It's been there for a long time.
It's been there, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll be afraid to say, but I would say 20 years probably.
Okay.
And, I mean, it's not new. And there's about 20 women at a time. It rotates. Not everybody can come every time, but we are kept apprised of what is going on and what the projects are.
Did Madeline Abramson start this? Did she start this commission? Was she
No.
one of the spearheads?
No, but she's been a dynamic force.
That's
and
wonderful.
Just wonderful to work with, and so accommodating to come all the way down to St. Catherine to recognize me and bring me this appointment officially was such an honor. And I really feel like it's an opportunity, a door really for Springfield and Washington County and for the college that we can funnel into many of the projects that's going on with the commission.
Okay, Michael Breeding, for the people that don't know, is a native of Washington County. He's an incredible filmmaker. He's done, and he did all the Queen's Horses. He's done one on Keeneland, and that was at the same, no, the Queen's Horse, that was at the horse park. He did some filming. I've been with him through filmings, the Lincoln Bicentennial, went to his premiere of Henry Clay, just an incredible artist.
Well, he's a local
and he's
young
from
man,
Springfield.
so.
Yeah, I knew him. His sister used to babysit for us. And Michael was given this commission, which is very appropriate, not because he's from Springfield, but also he's very, very, very capable. So Doers and Dreamers, the goal of this film, of course, is to talk about young women and...
Well, the film is highlighting
women
excerpts from our history. One of them that you will be familiar with is Rosie the Riveter. We Can Do This Work, remember, that came out during the World War I. And so, and my mother was actually one of the Rosie the Riveters. She left Scottsville, Kentucky and got on a Greyhound bus and rode all the way out to San Diego and put together B-24s while my dad was building land strips in the Navy. So they were both quite involved, and she had never been out of Allen County.
That's amazing.
So and that's what Kentucky women are made of, I believe. We rise to the occasion and are not afraid of work and not afraid to have a voice, and that's what this film is about. It's dreamers and doers and the voices of Kentucky women. We will have there's only 4 premieres. One is in Frankfort, one is in Lexington, one is in Louisville, and one is in Springfield, Kentucky at St. Catherine College. So we're so fortunate to be able to host that. It will be in Pettis Auditorium. Begins at 6 p.m. and then there will be a reception following it. And Pettis only seats 114, so we're a small venue, but I think Springfield has the reputation of being hospitable and welcoming people, so if there's people we need to get up and give our seats to, I'm sure we will.
Sure.
But we really want to have a good turnout from the community to welcome our guests from Frankfort. I know Madeline will be here, Eleanor Jordan will be here. I'm not sure who else will be. The invitations are really wonderful. They look like leather, and it shows you Dreamers and Doers, Voices of Kentucky Women, and they will actually be mailed from Frankfort. So we've been working on a list. I met with Debbie Wakefield to get the list from our new mayor, to get the list from city leadership and county leadership, and then the college, we will have a list put together for that. So we don't want to leave anyone out and hope that we have a good crowd for it.
So I assume if we have a viewer, since we're talking about this on TV, that if they're really interested in it, maybe they should get in touch with you.
Yes, you can call me at the college, 859-336-5082, extension 1248 is the Fine Arts Department. I'll be happy to help you any way that I can. The tickets are free, but you have to have a ticket to get in.
Okay. So if you even call the school and ask for Betty Brookfield, if you can, the extension, if it's, and I assume even if it's on the weekend, but just ask for Betty Brookfield if you can't remember the.
Sure.
But it's extension
you can leave a message.
Extension what?
1248.
1248. Okay. Double. Okay. There will be a reception following it. This is pretty exciting. I had heard about this, but I didn't know what it was. And I knew that you had been appointed to that commission, but I wasn't for sure what that was. It's pretty self-explanatory. Are there any of the women from the Central Kentucky area that are recognized in this film?
There are so many, and I'm sorry, I should have brought a list. I don't want to leave anyone out, but I did, during my initial contact with the commission, we had a little 15-minute film to look at, a little preview of it, and I want to tell you, it's so well done.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
It's so exciting. And also, may I also say that after these premieres, DVDs will be distributed to all of the libraries of the colleges and schools throughout the state. So it's going to be available to all of us, and that is also part of the gift that we got through the commission to sponsor this, to make it available to everyone. It's part of our history.
Will it be on KET?
I'm sure it will.
Okay.
The film that we will see here will be a little bit longer than the one for KET, has certain requirements of time allotments, so it may be edited somewhat for that.
How long is the film?
It'll be 90 minutes, I believe.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
It's going to cover a lot.
Yeah, but maybe it'll be less. I'm not sure. I think they're still editing at this point.
Wow.
But for KET, it has to be considerably less than that. So,
okay.
So
Michael did the film that's in our Lincoln Museum. That's there on the wall too. I mean, he's just, well, he's just a treasure.
Well, he is,
and it's great that they're bringing it here.
We're fortunate to have someone of his expertise here, homegrown fellow, and I hope that his mother can accompany him. But we want Springfield and Washington County to turn out for this event. It's a chance for us to show off how we can be a welcoming community.
And also keep in mind, if you don't get to see the film the night of March 26th here at St. Catherine's at 6 p.m., there will be a copy of the film in the library. I assume they can be checked out?
I assume so. They're supposed to be available to everyone.
Okay. Well, that's great. That's great. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you, Elaine. It's always a joy to talk with you.
Well, you and Michael, so that's wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to know more about it. I learn so much every time I come out here. Every time I'm down at the art department, it seems like you've got some new project going, and it's always so interesting. What's going on right now?
Well, I've got a whole crop of new art majors. We've got 10 studio art majors right now, and several music majors, and a lot of minors.
Okay.
So our department is growing, and one of the exciting things that I have 5 students working on, my studio artists right now are working on the governor's invitation for his Derby breakfast exhibit that is held in the rotunda of the Capitol. Nice. So we've submitted some work, and we're just waiting to see who gets accepted. And so that'll be
I guess they're horse related.
Of course, there's several that are horse related. But the theme actually is celebration. So it can be interpreted in many different ways.
Sure.
Then the Fabs Gallery in Bardstown, Fine Arts Bardstown Society, I think that we've talked about that before.
Yes.
They have an art center on the square.
That beautiful old library building.
Yes.
Beautiful building.
They are sponsoring a show about spirituality, Into the Mist, I believe it's called. Oh. And I have, I think, 6 or 7 students who want to enter that. Now, I don't think it would be too premature to tell you that the month of March is Youth Art Month, and so we are partnering with Marilyn Peters at the high school and with our Fine Arts Council, which includes city and county leadership and the college leadership, to sponsor a high school art show, which is going to be spread out all over the downtown. There's about 10 or 12 downtown businesses who will let us bring artwork into their business, and then we'll have a little passport. We'll walk around like a gallery hop and visit each of those venues. It's wonderful.
That's great.
Then the reception will be at City Hall. So hopefully we can talk about that later as we get a little bit closer.
Okay.
But we're always trying to reach out and close this gap between the college and town, and
till they can replace me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Betty.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Wonderful. They're so gracious to welcome us with this new venue. So that's coming up. And
You know, they used to have an art show at the school. When Miss Peters first started there, she's still teaching art. And I was just, because I got to go judge it a couple of times, I was just amazed at the talent. So it's wonderful that it's going to be in town so that the public can see it. That's
and
great.
the students are taking part in
Good. Good.
hanging it and talking to people, welcoming people,
Good.
helping with the reception. The Department of, and I'm sorry, it used to be home ec, I don't know what to call it now, but the
Domestic goddesses.
they're going to be doing the food for us, which is also the students. Yes.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it's going to be quite a collaborative project. And
then you mentioned also you have some interns going into the school?
oh yes, our fine arts department has for 2 years now been sending. They work hard on this. They work hard to create lesson plans and do sample works, and then they've been invited into the middle school to work with 7th and 8th graders and actually doing art projects with the students. And this has just gone great. This last week they did Starry Night, Van Gogh's Starry Night, and they listened to Don McLean's music first to inspire the students, and then they painted along with them in watercolor.
Really?
Oh, they're wonderful pieces, just wonderful. And we hope to do some work with some special needs children as well. So I'm trying to give my students who think they might want to go into teaching some experience in working with young people, and then also it helps our help to bring arts into the middle school in town.
Sure.
So,
that's great.
isn't that wonderful?
Now, was there a special grant for that, or you use the materials that are at the school?
No, we've just thought it up
You just
and made a
initiated
proposal,
it.
and they are happy to have us.
Good.
So it's been
Good.
so uplifting, and it's a real it's confidence builder for my students, and they need. I'm always concerned about what are they going to do after I lose them, after they leave me. Where are they going? What is their career going to be? So this is an opportunity for them to get out and build their resume.
Well, I've said forever, and I've said it on the show, I mean, if you lose the arts, you lose a part of your country.
It's,
who
it's
you
our
are.
heart. It's our
It
heart.
is. It is. I mean, the beauty of art is just, and it ties right in with dreamers and doers. Artists are
Thank
dreamers
you.
and doers.
Thank you.
Absolutely.